Today, I want to talk about something deceptively simple, yet profoundly life-changing: the power of incremental improvement. Imagine this just 1% better every single day. Not perfection, not massive leaps, but steady, intentional progress. This idea may sound small, but small hinges swing big doors. Over time, those 1% improvements compound into extraordinary transformation. It's not about doing it all at once, it's about doing it right consistently. Let's think about a river carving its way through solid rock. Day after day, it flows. Not with force, not in haste, but with relentless consistency. Over time, it carves a path so deep and unshakable, even mountains make way. This is your journey. Whatever your goals, whether it's building a career, mastering a skill, improving relationships, or becoming the best version of yourself, minus 1% daily will change your life. Now, I want you to remember something: improvement doesn't have to be visible today to be meaningful tomorrow. A 1% change today may feel insignificant, but stack it up over weeks, months, and years, and you'll witness a transformation so profound, you'll barely recognize where you started. But here's the secret: it's not just about doing more. It's about doing better. It's about asking yourself every morning, how can I show up today as a slightly better version of myself than yesterday? Show up. Focus on what matters. Fall in love with progress, not perfection. Your life is a masterpiece in progress, painted stroke by stroke, one day at a time. And the beauty of it, it's never too late to start. Because small actions, repeated consistently, lead to extraordinary results. The question isn't whether you'll succeed. The question is, are you willing to start small and let greatness find you? Consistency beats intensity. Let me tell you something about consistency. It's not flashy, it's not glamorous, but it's the engine of transformation. It's the heartbeat of success. You don't need to set the world on fire in one day. You just need to light a small, steady flame and tend to it every single day. We live in a world obsessed with instant gratification. Everyone wants results yesterday. But the truth is, the most extraordinary achievements aren't born out of bursts of energy, they're brick by brick, moment by moment. Every great athlete, artist, or innovator knows this truth. They didn't wake up one day at the top of their field. They put in the work daily, often without applause, without recognition, but always with purpose. And here's the thing: consistency isn't about being perfect. It's not about never missing a day or always getting it right. It's about the willingness to start again, to pick up where you left off, to keep moving forward, even when the path feels long. The power of consistency lies in its quiet momentum. Each small effort compounds into something much greater than the sum of its parts. You might not see the impact today or tomorrow, but keep going, and one day you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. Every time you show up, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. You're reinforcing your identity as someone who follows through, who does the work, who keeps their promises to themselves. Consistency isn't sexy, but it's unstoppable. It's the difference between fleeting inspiration and lasting transformation. It's the quiet force that turns dreams into reality. Consistency is your anchor in a world of distractions. It keeps you grounded, focused, and moving in the right direction. It's your promise to yourself that no matter how tough things get, you won't quit. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things regularly. It's about making the commitment to keep going, even when the journey feels long and the finish line is nowhere in sight. So show up, not just when it's easy or convenient, but every day. Show up for your dreams, for your goals, for the life you know you're capable of creating. Because consistency, my friend, is where the magic happens. Focus on progress, not perfection. The myth of perfection keeps so many people stuck. They hesitate, procrastinate, and hold themselves back because they're afraid their efforts won't be good enough. But let me ask you, what's better? An imperfect start or no start at all? When you focus on progress, you free yourself from the weight of unrealistic expectations. You give yourself permission to try, to fail, to learn, and to grow. You stop measuring your worth by some unattainable standard and start celebrating the fact that you're moving forward. Progress is about being better than you were yesterday, not about being flawless. It's about small wins, tiny improvements, and steady momentum. It's about understanding that growth is a journey, not a destination. Think of a sculptor chipping away at a block of marble. They don't expect to create a masterpiece with a single strike. They chip away bit by bit, each stroke bringing the vision closer to reality. That's what progress looks like. When you focus on progress, you embrace the beauty of imperfection. You learn to see mistakes not as failures, but as stepping stones. Every misstep teaches you something. Every setback makes you stronger. Perfection paralyzes, progress empowers. Perfection tells you to wait, while progress tells you to act. Perfection says, you're not ready, but progress whispers, start anyway. When you focus on progress, you shift your mindset. You stop obsessing over what went wrong and start celebrating what went right. You learn to see challenges as opportunities and obstacles as chances to grow. Progress doesn't demand perfection, it demands persistence. It asks for your effort, not your flawlessness. It's about showing up, putting in the work, and trusting that each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Progress is messy. It's unpredictable. It's 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But it's movement, it's growth, and it's transformation. It's the only path to real, lasting success. When you focus on progress, you give yourself grace. You stop punishing yourself for not being perfect and start celebrating the fact that you're trying, that you're showing up, that you're doing the work. So let go of the need to be perfect. Embrace the messiness of progress. Take imperfect action and keep moving forward. Because progress, not perfection, is what creates a life you're proud of. Habits are the foundation. Habits are the invisible architecture of your life. They're the small, daily actions that, over time, determine the shape of your future. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. Think about this, brushing your teeth is a habit. You do it every day, without fail, without even thinking about it. Imagine if you could make other positive actions just as automatic: reading, exercising, journaling, or learning. Habits simplify your life. They remove decision fatigue and create a structure that supports your goals. They make the path to success clearer, easier, and more sustainable. The challenge is that bad habits work the same way. Small, negative actions repeated consistently can erode your progress, your confidence, and your potential. The good news? You have the power to replace them. Building habits requires intention. It starts with identifying the actions that align with your goals and creating a system to support them. Make it easy, make it accessible. Remove barriers and set yourself up for success. Start small. Don't try to change everything at once. Focus on one habit, master it, and then move on to the next. Small, sustainable changes are far more effective than massive overhauls that you can't maintain. Habits require patience. You won't see results overnight, but stick with it, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. Trust the process and trust yourself. Remember, habits are a tool, not a prison. They're meant to support your growth, not stifle your creativity. Be flexible and adjust them as your goals evolve. Habits are the ultimate form of self-respect. They're a commitment to your future self, a promise that you'll do what it takes to create the life you want. So start building, one habit at a time. Brick by brick, step by step, create a foundation so strong, so unshakable that nothing can stand in your way. Celebrate micro wins. Success isn't just about the big milestones, it's about the small victories along the way. The little moments that prove to you, day by day, that you're making progress. These micro wins are the fuel that keeps you going when the road gets tough. Most people overlook their micro wins because they're too focused on the end goal. They think, I'll celebrate when I get there. But here's the truth, if you wait until you reach the summit to feel good about your progress, you'll miss the joy of the climb. Every step forward, no matter how small, is a win. Got out of bed on a tough morning. Win. Resisted the urge to procrastinate for 10 minutes. Win. Finished 1 page of your book or 1 rep at the gym. Win. Celebrating these micro wins isn't about lowering your standards, it's about recognizing your effort. It's about acknowledging that progress, no matter how incremental, is still progress. Why does this matter? Because every time you celebrate a win, you reinforce the habit of success. You teach your brain to associate effort with reward. It's like planting seeds of confidence that grow with every small victory. Celebrating doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as a mental high five, a moment of gratitude, or a quick journal entry that says, I did it. The act of acknowledging your progress is what matters. Micro wins are momentum builders. Each small success gives you the confidence to tackle bigger challenges. They create a positive feedback loop that keeps you moving forward one step at a time. This doesn't mean you should settle for less or stop striving for greatness. It means you should honor the journey, not just the destination. Greatness is built on a foundation of small, consistent wins. When you celebrate micro wins, you create joy in the process. You make the hard work feel rewarding, not burdensome. You turn your journey into a series of meaningful, fulfilling moments. Think of it as a gratitude practice for your effort. Gratitude isn't just about appreciating what you have. It's also about appreciating what you've done, what you've learned, and how you've grown. So take a moment, pause, reflect on what you've achieved today, no matter how small. Celebrate it. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that every little win is a step closer to the life you're working to create. Because in the end, success isn't just about reaching the finish line. It's about celebrating every step of the way. Embrace the power of compounding. Compounding is the most powerful force in the universe. It's the idea that small, consistent actions over time can lead to extraordinary results. It's the snowball effect. What starts small grows exponentially as it gains momentum. Think about a single penny doubled every day for 30 days. By the end of the month, that penny becomes over $5 million. That's the power of compounding. Now imagine applying that principle to your habits, your learning, your health, or your personal growth. Compounding works in both directions. Positive actions create positive momentum, but negative actions can have the opposite effect. That's why it's so important to be intentional about the choices you make every day. The beauty of compounding is that it rewards patience. It doesn't demand perfection or immediate results. It asks only for your commitment to the process, your willingness to keep showing up day after day. At first, the progress may feel slow, almost invisible. You might wonder if it's even working. But stick with it, and one day you'll wake up and realize just how far you've come. Imagine planting a seed. You water it every day, even when there's no sign of growth. Then, one day, a tiny sprout appears. Over time, that sprout grows into a towering tree. That's the power of compounding at work. Compounding is the ultimate equalizer. You don't need to be the smartest, the fastest, or the most talented. You just need to be consistent. You just need to show up. When you embrace the power of compounding, you stop looking for shortcuts. You understand that real success takes time, that it's built on a foundation of patience, persistence, and faith in the process. The hardest part is starting. The second hardest part is sticking with it when the results aren't immediate. But the rewards, they're worth every moment of effort. And remember, the power of compounding doesn't just apply to what you do, it applies to who you become. Each day, you're building the best version of yourself, one small choice at a time. Keep going, keep building, trust the process, because compounding isn't just a principle, it's a promise. A promise that your efforts will pay off in ways you can't yet see. Adaptability is your superpower. It's the ability to adjust, pivot, and evolve as circumstances change. It's about staying committed to your goals, but flexible in your approach, because let's face it, life is unpredictable. And the best laid plans often need rewriting. Rigidity is a recipe for frustration. When you're too attached to a specific outcome or method, you close yourself off to other possibilities that might lead you to something even better than what you originally envisioned. Adaptability doesn't mean giving up on your goals. It means being willing to try new strategies, experiment with different approaches, and embrace change as an opportunity, not a setback. When things don't go as planned, and they won't, it's easy to feel defeated. But every challenge is a chance to grow, to learn, to become more resourceful and resilient. Adaptability is what allows you to turn setbacks into stepping stones. Adaptability requires humility. It means admitting when something isn't working and being willing to change course. It's about letting go of pride and embracing the idea that there's always more to learn, always a better way. But it also requires confidence, the confidence to trust yourself, to believe in your ability to figure things out, even when the road ahead is uncertain. Adaptability is the balance between humility and self-assurance. The world is constantly changing. New challenges arise, new opportunities appear, and new tools emerge. Staying adaptable means staying open to growth, staying curious, and staying willing to reinvent yourself. Adaptability isn't just about surviving change, it's about thriving in it. It's about seeing change not as a threat, but as a chance to innovate, to grow, and to become stronger. When you're adaptable, you're unstoppable. Because no matter what life throws at you, you find a way. You keep moving forward, even if the path isn't the one you expected. So embrace the uncertainty. Embrace the challenges. Embrace the fact that the journey might not look like what you imagined. Because every twist and turn is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Adaptability isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It's the strength to stay focused on your goals while being flexible in your methods. It's the strength to keep moving forward no matter what. Start now. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Procrastination builds walls between you and your goals, walls made of fear, doubt, and hesitation. The only way to break through is to act now. Starting is an act of courage. It's saying, I may not know the whole path, but I trust myself to figure it out. It's choosing progress over perfection, action over inaction, and hope over fear. When you start now, you send a powerful message to yourself. I believe in my ability to grow. You stop overthinking, overanalyzing, and overplanning and begin doing. The truth is, you'll never feel fully ready. The stars will never perfectly align. Conditions will never be perfect. And that's okay, because you don't need perfect conditions, you need a willingness to begin. The first step might feel small, almost insignificant, but it's the most important step you'll ever take. Because it's the step that turns dreams into plans, into actions, and actions into results. Starting now doesn't mean rushing. It doesn't mean skipping preparation. It means committing. It means saying, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm taking control of my life today. There will be obstacles, yes, there will be challenges, but every step you take equips you to handle them. Every bit of progress builds your confidence and your capacity. Action breeds clarity. The path ahead might feel foggy, but the more you move, the clearer it becomes. You don't need to see the whole staircase to take the first step. Imagine looking back a year from now and thinking, I'm so glad I started when I did. That moment is waiting for you, but only if you start today. So stop waiting, stop doubting, stop hesitating. Your future self is cheering you on, saying, you've got this. Take the first step. Start now. Because the life you want is waiting for you to begin. The 1% rule for transforming your life. Adaptability is your superpower in a world that's ever changing. And starting now is your permission slip to stop waiting and take the reins of your life. Every step, no matter how small or imperfect, brings you closer to the person you're meant to become. So take a deep breath, embrace the journey, and commit to the process. Trusting the power of small wins, consistent effort, and an unwavering belief in your ability to grow. The life you dream of isn't far away, it's just a series of 1% improvements waiting to unfold. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to see the entire path. You just need to take the next step. So go. Start now. Trust yourself, because your 1% today will create a lifetime of transformation.